It looks like it's working now. Excuse me. I am Penny Douglas. Whew, I am in my car because of all kinds of crazy things. A string of unfortunate, well, not exactly unfortunate, but unforeseen events have brought me here to the Walmart parking lot at 7:23. I was in the store and I was going to do my live from there in Walmart. Live from Walmart. But my phone said that it wouldn't do a live in there, even though I had 41% power. Hi, Lori. Wow. So I had to find Gary then. Nice to see you, Lori. My husband, who was shopping for stuff to make grilled cheese for the kids when we get home. We've been in Dallas for the week. He works there, and it was our 30th anniversary, so I went with him from Houston, left the kids there with Sean and Katie, the grown kids, and they took good care of kids, it sounds like. I haven't been home yet. Hi, Selena. Hi, Lori. So, I've had some problems, but I'm here now. Gary's in the store in Walmart checking out. It's our home away from home. We spend about as much time at Walmart as we do at home, but we haven't been home yet. For the last week we were in Dallas, and we're not home yet. So he's ready to get home and I guess make grilled cheese. Or get somebody to make grilled cheese. That's a pretty easy meal. Tomato soup. I wonder if he got tomato soup. He always has to have everything. If he makes anything, he has to have everything. All of the side dishes and everything too. So I wanted to talk about my why for homeschooling. And the way I got started homeschooling is after I taught first grade for 5 years in public school, I had my first baby, and we started going to a church where almost everybody there homeschooled, and I thought that sounded kind of neat. I heard, actually, right before we started going to that church, I heard Focus on the Family. I heard Dr. Dobson talking to Dr. Raymond Moore about homeschooling and thought, oh, that sounds really neat. And I knew that the things that they talked about, like children just learning from other immature children instead of really having much time with the teacher, you know, what kind of things are they learning from other children just their age? Nothing much that you want them to learn. And problems on school buses and the getting lost in the numbers of children in a classroom, and I knew all of that I had experienced it for 5 years, plus all of my years of going to school myself. So I thought, well, that sounds really neat, but I don't know anybody who does it, so I don't know if I have that much nerve to just start doing something like that on my own. And right after that, we started going to a church where almost everybody homeschooled. And Sean, my son, was only like maybe not even 2 years old yet when we started going there. And they wanted me to do their assessments because I was still a certified teacher in Ohio. We had to have assessments done every year. So I started doing their homeschool assessments. And I found out lots of curriculum, how they do things, and I got to see samples of their work, and I ended up having 100 different families come to me every summer to get their homeschool assessments done, and it just was so easy for me to start doing it myself. So I've homeschooled all my kids from beginning to end. I still have a 10-year-old, an 11-year-old, and two 14-year-olds, and a 17-year-old. But I have 10 kids altogether, and 5 of them have graduated, and the other 5 I'm doing stuff with. But my 17-year-old has a job and takes dance lessons a lot. He's probably there right now, because I see on my calendar that he has dance class and a party afterwards. They do theme parties after their dance classes a lot of times. So he's probably at dance class now, but I still have him reading classics and telling me what he's doing. He's pretty much on his own, but he tells me what he's doing, and we just kind of loosely homeschool. He'll be 18 December 31st. But the others, I have them going through some workbook type things and reading aloud to them a lot. Hi, Claudina! So that was why I started homeschooling, but those reasons that I heard on that program, that Focus on the Family program, I still believe that for us, homeschooling is the best option, and I like being able, I think it's really important to be able to teach our children our values and what we believe about the Bible, what we believe about God, and being able to pray with them any time of the day, all day long, about everything that comes up, being able to teach them godly ways of getting along with people and building relationships. There are so many reasons that I think we should homeschool, and I'm glad that we're able to homeschool. And we get to know each other better. Our kids get to know us. We get to know them. We're able to build memories, make memories, and have traditions that make our family special and unique. And we can, I think, build a lot of security and identity into our kids by spending lots of time with them, lots of quality time and quantity time with our children. Yes, Claudina, there are so many good reasons for homeschooling, and they're all my why. All those reasons are the reason that I just keep on homeschooling. My oldest is 27, and he was homeschooled all the way through, and he is very grateful that he was homeschooled, and he works with me in telling others about why homeschooling is really, really good. And when he meets Mrs. Right, the right girl, and gets married, I'm sure that he plans to homeschool his kids. My oldest daughter doesn't intend to get married. She intends to take care of me and her daddy when we get old, whenever that might be. I don't know when that day will ever come, but that's her plan. And then our next one, he is out on his own, and I think he's going to go to college. And the others haven't been that interested in college, but he is, I think he's accepted now at University of Houston, but he's going to take classes in being an entrepreneur and business. So that should be interesting. And then my next daughter was a personal trainer, but she found out that was more about sales than actually training people, doing the physical training with them. The gym just wanted her to make sales, and they were not happy that she wasn't making more money for them. Hey, Reagan! So she's not doing that anymore. They were putting way too much pressure on her and making her feel terrible about herself. The day she quit, they were all saying, "Don't quit," but it was too late. And now she just started a job with a company that helps people who have fallen behind on their mortgage. She helps them figure out ways to keep their house. And so I'm really glad of that. And Gary is back from shopping, so I will let you all go, and I can tell you next time the other half of my kids and what they're doing if you're interested. They're all very interesting. Most of them are playing video games and playing with stuffed animals most of the time, but when I'm not reading to them, capturing them long enough to read to them. That's right, Claudina. She just knew that they were not treating her right, and she needed to make money without having to just stand around there trying to sell hours to people, and not getting paid for that time that she was there. So she really loved doing the personal training part of it, but it wasn't what she thought it was going to be. If she could do it on her own, it would be a different thing. But the gyms put a lot of pressure on their personal trainers to make sales. So that is it for now. It was great seeing you all, sort of. You saw me. It was great having you all see me. But I will talk to everybody later. Hope you have a great weekend. And I love you all. I love us homeschool moms. We're the best. Good night.